host Danny Dean back under center. Tonight, Logan came out hoping to get their first points of the season against Meigs. The Jackson Ironmen looked to get back to their winning ways at the home opener against West Jefferson. In the TVC Hawking, the Southern Tornadoes came into this week undefeated, and they traveled to Wahama to face the White Falcons. The Waterford Wildcats also tried to keep their perfect record in a rivalry game against Fort Fry. And we made two stops in the MVL, first at Crooksville for their game against Tri-Valley, then to Maysville's matchup against Philo. But let's kick it off in the TVC Ohio. Last year, the Logan Chieftains gave the Meigs Marauders their first loss of the season, but this year the Chieftains have failed to land on the scoreboard. Josh Gregory was out in Pomeroy to see if the Chieftains could bring it all together tonight.
You know, Danny, with only 78 total offensive yards this season versus a Meigs team that has compiled 733 yards, the Chieftains definitely had their work cut out for them. And the Meigs Marauders also had a big old chip on their shoulder because after a huge loss to the Aces in week 2, head coach Mike Bartram, he was pulling out all the stops. Now here he is getting his team fired up, getting them pumped tonight. And his two boys, they get things rolling early. Cody Bartram connects with Zach Bartram there on this 14-yard gain in the opening drive. But Zach Bartram, he's not done. On the next play, here he is scampering down the left sideline for a 13-yard pickup to put his team in the red zone. Meigs, they're knocking on that door, and Lane Collins, he's punching out. Marauder touchdown number 1 from 4 yards out. So they go up 7-0 early in the first, and Logan, they're not happy with that. So on the ensuing drive, Preston Yates goes for the sweep on the outside. Here it is, picking up 34 yards. However, that drive would stall, and Meigs, instead of capitalizing on this opportunity, they let loose a barrage of penalties, racking up 6 in total in this drive alone. This play would be called for a personal foul on Meigs, but late in the second quarter, they pull it together, and with Bartram and Collins moving the chains, they can't be beaten. Here's Collins on a 13-yard pickup down the middle, putting his team deep into Chieftain territory, and this sets up Cody Bartram, and he finds the open hole off the read and crashes his way into the end zone, putting the Marauders up 13-0 going into the locker rooms. But Logan, they came to play in the second half, and after tying it at 19, but Meigs, they dug deep, and they found the final touchdown they needed with 3 minutes left, winning this one 25-19, Danny.
Yeah, another win for the Marauders, but it was a pretty quiet first half. What was going on there, Josh?
Well, Meigs obviously had the better offense going into this game, but they were sloppy tonight, Danny. This gave Logan some opportunities late in the game to build momentum and almost take this one. They racked up numerous penalties that stopped any momentum after scoring their first touchdown. In fact, on the Marauders' second drive, they racked up a total of 6 penalties with a loss of around 60 yards. They found themselves 3-48 after making it to Logan's 16-yard line, and they were forced to punt it away on a drive where they could have easily scored.
I thought we were past this kind of sloppy football. Week 3 is not the time to be making these mistakes. So, Josh, after the half, Meigs completely lost their momentum. What happened? Well,
Logan just came alive. Brady Walsh was unstoppable coming out of the locker rooms. He scored Logan's first touchdown of the season on a 21-yard rush, but he wasn't done. With 8 minutes and 44 seconds left, he connected with Tommy Braining for a 24-yard touchdown pass to tie the game at 19. And a big second half comeback by Logan, but it definitely wasn't enough. With 3.5 minutes left to play, Tyler Garrettson dug deep and scores the final Meigs touchdown off a long rush. Meigs taking this win 25-19, but Logan, they definitely fought tonight. They more than doubled their total offensive yards on the season and ended their drought on the scoreboard. It took them a couple quarters to find their groove, but they gave the Marauders a run for their money. And with the help of Garrettson and Bartram, Meigs will go 2-1 on the season and take some momentum into their first conference game against Vinton County.
Great work, Josh.